Have you ever wondered how many words to write in your IELTS answers? The instructions tell you in task 1 to write at least 150 words and to write at least 250 words in task 2. But should you aim to write just above the minimum word count, or is it the case that the more words you write, the higher your score will be? There's a popular myth in IELTS that you should aim to write 10% above the minimum word count. So for example, some teachers tell their students to write 165 words for task 1. Now, we recently challenged 3 highly experienced IELTS teachers to write a Band 9 model answer, and you might be quite surprised to find out just how many words they wrote. In today's video, we're going to look at how many words we should write in our IELTS answers to get a high score coming up. So, we challenged 3 IELTS teachers to write a Band 9 model answer for this question. It's an academic task 1 question, and as you can see, the instructions say write at least 150 words. Now, we gave them 20 minutes and they were allowed to type their answers on a computer. When they handed in their answers, this is how many words they'd written. Teacher 1 had written 257 words, Teacher 2 had written 270 words, and Teacher 3 had written 311 words. So you can see that this is way beyond the minimum word count. Now, it's not even just in task 1 that model answers go way beyond the word count. We looked at this textbook, which is, in my opinion, the best textbook for IELTS writing. And what we did is we counted the number of words in their model answers. And this is what we found. Out of the 6 essays we looked at, all of them were around 50% over the minimum word count. And you can see, for example, in essay number 2, there were 356 words. So over 100 more words than 250 suggested for task 2. So the question is, should you be writing more words in your IELTS answers? Well, there are certain advantages. For example, you have more opportunities to develop your answers. In general task 1, that means that you can write more details in your letter. And in academic task 1, that means you can write more comparisons and analyze the data. In task 2, it also means that you can develop your arguments with the appropriate context and examples. You also have a possibility to diversify your language. So you get a higher score in IELTS for showing a range of different grammatical structures. If you have longer answers, then you can use different grammatical structures, and that will get you a higher score. However, there are also disadvantages. Students that write quickly often tend to make more mistakes. So for example, more spelling errors, using the incorrect grammar or poorly developed ideas. There's also the issue of time management. If you're trying to write more words, you're going to find it more difficult to finish both tasks within the hour. Remember, it's more important that you finish task 1 and task 2 than having one very good answer for task 1 and then only half finishing task 2. You need to finish both tasks within the hour. Ultimately, the bottom line is you're not going to get a higher nor a lower score for writing more words. It depends on the quality of your answers. So if you're a student that has lots of ideas on a particular topic and you can know that those ideas are relevant to the question, then go for it. Just make sure that you've got enough time to develop those ideas fully and finish both tasks in time. If you're one of those students that doesn't have or finds it difficult to write enough words, in the 1 hour time that you have. Don't try and write words just for the sake of it, just so that you can write longer answers. That's not going to get you a higher score. It's all about the quality of your answers. So what do we recommend? Well, first of all, practice, practice, practice. This might not be the miracle formula that you're looking for, but it really is the best way to improve. Also, it's important to work on your time management, and we mentioned that it's important to finish both tasks within the hour. We recommend using a clock and finding out how long does it take you to finish task 1 and how long does it take you to finish task 2. Normally we would recommend 40 minutes for task 2 and 20 minutes for task 1. But sometimes students, for example, many of our students have found it better if they dedicate 35 minutes to task 2 and 25 minutes to task 1. Ultimately, it's really important that you've had a lot of time to practice all of the different IELTS questions and themes so that when it comes to doing your exam, you're going to feel confident knowing exactly what you're going to do. The final thing to consider is whether or not you should do the computer-based IELTS. Nowadays, a lot of people find it easier to type quickly rather than to write quickly. And if that's you, then maybe you should consider doing the computer-based IELTS so that you can write more developed answers in the time that you're given. Okay, if you would like to see more videos like this, or if you have any other topics that you'd like to see covered in these videos about IELTS, let us know and we'll get on to it. Best of luck, and I'll see you next time.